I didn't see the nub.
A little nub.
And we're back with another episode of the Pals Podcast. I am your co-host, Danny Gallardo.
And I am Ricky Liordi. And Danielle, who did we have on today?
We had the tall blonde on the podcast, Sarah Lauren.
Sarah Simkowski.
I don't think, like, are you supposed to say her last name?
Too bad, Sarah. Surprise. Sarah is a content creator, heartbreaker.
Love her girl at the same time.
Yeah, I want to say even like Toronto, New York socialite almost. She is one ball of energy and she does not take shit from men. I was on her podcast last year and she's got such great energy and she's so full of life and an inspiration to many women who don't take shit from men. She's a lot of fun. And
she's unapologetically herself in the best way fucking possible.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
And we love her and we hope she loves us.
Yeah, she's got such a unique, great energy to her that just makes her, it's someone you want to be around. She's got this energy and this aura and, you know, she doesn't give a fuck what you think about her because she's going to keep doing her. She's going to be young and beautiful and fun and tall and blonde and all those other things. So Sarah, we appreciate you. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us, whatever night it was. Thank you for having fun with us, sharing some stories because she told us some great stories too. Mm-hmm. Great stories about, you know, athletes and other things. So this is definitely an episode you do not want to miss.
No, I think you said it all there, Rick.
So Danielle, what do we say?
Let's fucking go.
I have nothing in my head that I didn't even think about it. Sorry.
That'd be good if we were rolling. Are we good? That's good. Just for like tall blonde. Welcome. I got nothing in my head right now. I have absolutely nothing in my head. I'm just pretty and tall.
No, but you know when you're like hungover, which I'm not, but you know when you're hungover and you have like an empty skull?
Yeah.
That's like how I feel like every day now.
I feel that every day just after work.
I was literally going to say that about you.
Because I literally say this every single night we come to the podcast. Yesterday I was here and I walked in and I was like, I just have nothing in my brain.
And like, I think because obviously content and podcasts are great to, you know, be social, but you're not studying anything. But you're not like learning anything new. We kind of touched on this before in our convo.
Yeah.
We're not like, I'm not really, you have a job and you have a job, but like I'm a little like.
Yeah, but you're constantly learning and using your brain to develop content ideas.
Right.
Like call a spade. Not everything that you post is like, you did it and you're doing it. You know this is a game.
It's a different kind of learning.
Yeah.
I think because we were talking before, maybe like reading, writing, words.
Math.
All that kind of stuff.
Essays.
But like every day in life, we are learning something.
Yeah.
You are learning something in the content space, whether it's like
and
growing your
from other
podcast or
people.
social media.
And you are thinking. It's not like you're just like, oh, let me wake up today. What did I do last night? Here's my content idea. It's like, no, so you have to think.
Did you know she has 2 masters?
Yeah, I did know she's smart.
Insane.
Yeah, she went to Western.
I am not just a pretty blonde.
She didn't go to Western.
I didn't go to
fucking
Western.
You're fucking wrong.
Fuck
I know you went to New York for the second thing.
Where'd I go in New York?
FIU.
Fuck off. Better.
NYC?
Better.
Is NYC a school?
Think fashion.
FIT.
Better.
I don't know. Parsons.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, I got that. There we go.
So I'm not just a
I
pretty
don't even
face.
know what FIT and I think I said
FIT's
NYC.
a good one too.
Is NYC a school?
Fashion Institute
NYU.
and Technology or whatever the fuck. But Parsons is where I went. Yeah, 2 masters.
And she just finished
My high
one.
school girlfriend went to Parsons.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For what?
Fashion design.
I didn't go for design.
And now she works in a sweatshop, I think.
I know. That's why I didn't.
And doesn't make that much money.
We were just having this conversation.
It's crazy that you were late because we hit on all of these topics.
I love that. I love it. I guess you guys were already getting into it. Do you know what? This is actually a nice episode for you.
Why?
Because Sarah's a girl's girl.
Yeah. And we already hit it off when we met
instantly.
at Cherry's. So like.
Oh, yeah. We met at Cherry's.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Were you guys like hammered? I was like tipsy, but I wasn't like drunk.
No, I was like just having fun.
I don't even really remember.
It was after Mumford.
Oh, so I was fucking lit.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah,
I
you were
was
at a concert.
blackout.
I don't know what I was doing. Oh, there was a hockey team.
Yeah.
On brand.
And listen, I wasn't having any of them. They're all so young now.
So you are young.
Yes, but I feel old compared to them. I'm one of the oldest, other than like the one 29, 30-year-old that plays on the team. I am one of the older people comparison to like hockey teams now.
I also find it
And sports
different
teams.
You're
for
a
like
vet.
girls.
I'm a fucking vet.
Girls going into it, having a guy around your age or a year younger
Mhm.
versus like the opposite with men.
Yeah.
Completely different scenario. So even if half
Absolutely.
the guys were probably your age, you're like, I am old here.
Yes. And I was also like, it was kind of, I haven't been in the sports athletes phase at all anymore in the past like years. I'll just say years. But
But you had a phase.
I had a phase. But like, I saw people flocking to them, not caring which one was going to pick them, just standing there and like waiting for one of them to give them attention. I'm like, okay, ew, we cannot be doing that.
What's your advice to someone if they want to bag a hockey player? Is
Well,
that what the kids say? Bag?
But if do they not care? No, they don't say beg. Do they not care?
I don't know.
I'm like, absolutely not. Do they not care if they're ever going to be talked to again?
No, you want to lock one down. You want
Lock one down?
Yeah, you want to lock down a hockey player or a basketball player. What's the strategy?
Okay, so you have to be where they are. So like you have to kind of know obviously where they're going to be after, whether it's a bar or a club or whatever.
And how do you do that?
Normally like you have to then be friends with promoters or people like that reach out. In Toronto it's easy because, you know, it's such a small city, but in New York it was like certain bars they would always go. Little Sisters being one of them.
Oh, Little Sister's great.
You always find a team there or like a rapper or something. So it's like, okay, who are we going to see tonight? And then you have to act like you don't care, right?
Yeah.
But like be walking and laughing and like acting kind of drunk and silly, but do not make eye contact with them. Do not walk up to their booth. Maybe walk past them. And then if you're not chosen, it's just not going to happen. But do not be the girl that's like flailing themselves at them because they will never pick you. You have to act like you don't care. It's all a game to them.
See, I know a ton of girls who are married to hockey players now.
Yeah, but they're probably being cheated on left, right, and center.
Yes.
There
But-
are some good men out
No.
there. Come
Yes,
on,
yes,
call
yes. One
spade
of
a
one of
spade.
my good friends is married to a hockey player, and they've been together since high school. Not saying the
wow.
relationship was perfect.
Yeah.
The whole way. They will admit
Whose
that.
is? Mm-hmm.
But I think they're great now.
Uh-huh.
I think they went over that. But I was gonna say not any of the girls I know who are married to hockey players met them at a bar or out and about.
Well, because they're not the ones that are gonna like I think athletes mainly they meet people when they're younger before they hit the fame.
No, but even some of them who met them after university.
Okay, so how did they meet them?
I would say like from like mutuals, like friends.
Yeah.
At like friend of a friend. But none of all the girls from the bars or from the parties, those ones never lasted.
Because most of them are just going there and throwing themselves at them.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't just, enjoying themselves in their own time and then like being hot and being whatever. And then if they come up to them being like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. And then walking away. Like they're like tied to the hip and throwing themselves at them. I don't think people really even respect themselves that much when they're trying to throw themselves at an athlete.
Yeah.
And it's telling. Or showing like they can tell. They can smell it from a mile away.
Yeah.
I would agree with that too. I think you can see it. I don't want to say the word desperation because it's not the right word, but you see what the goals of some of these women are when they're at the bar.
Okay, but it is
You-
desperate.
You know, I wouldn't say it's desperate. Like sometimes you just want to have a fun night. That doesn't make you desperate.
Okay.
You know
I think
what
that's
mean?
the difference though. There's
Yeah.
a different.
There is a difference.
What's the difference? Like what does it look like?
The ones that are like having fun, generally having fun with the players, that's one thing. Then there's the ones that are there with a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see it too. Like some women are just they're attracted to the talent and the fame and the money and they need to be there because it's like what they live off of. Some are just like, I'm fucking drunk, they're rich, let's have fun, right? Like
Yeah, there's a difference.
there's a difference.
But I was gonna say, like, when I used to work for the Jays, we had one rule, like no fraternization with the athletes, with the players. 4 girls literally went to Cleveland to go to a bar, to go out with the players, knowing
Hell yeah.
that they would literally
Fuck yeah.
And again, one of the players told on them to our boss. They all 4 of them got fired.
That's
Even-
crazy.
They didn't, like, I think one of them made out with one of them. Nothing else happened. But they knew that was like the thing. But again,
What a
that
fucking
was a
snitch
bit.
though.
But also,
What
like,
a fucking
like,
snitch,
why are
yeah.
you doing that? Why are you even working? Why are you putting yourself?
What's the
into
point?
that
Go to another
situation?
team.
Yeah, literally.
Go to another team.
Literally.
So like I feel that scenario I guess is more a bit desperate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so actually, so this is a good one for you. What do you think makes athletes so attractive?
Well, it's hot to watch a guy play a sport. It's hot to watch a guy good at something. It's hot to see someone that has fame. It's hot to see someone that's like, you know, trying to be the best at something and working so hard, and also being able to watch someone on TV. Like there's just this huge glory around it, like when you're growing up, especially in Canada for hockey. But like just being professional at anything just like puts you up a lot of points.
Do you think it makes them more attractive because the other men in your life are idolizing them as well, as opposed to the women?
For sure, everyone's idolizing them.
Well,
Absolutely.
Like, let's say, so, okay, let's say you're going after like a B-list hockey player, like a third liner.
Okay.
Who, you know, your girlfriends don't give a fuck about because he's not that cute and he's a third liner making, you know, $1 million a year or something. But you know, your guys that you grew up with are like, they got his fucking jersey on and like in their hockey bag.
Okay.
Is that more of do you think that plays an effect in it?
No, I think it's like if you're better than you're to people that want that kind of person, they're going to go for the best. And then if they can't get the best, they'll go for the second best. They can't get the second best, they'll go for the third best. They can't get
the reason I ask is because like I compare athletes to like these like Instagram models and stuff like that, because an athlete and an Instagram model in the like comparisons are kind of comparable. And I've in the past hooked up with Instagram models that I wasn't super attractive, but my girlfriends loved them and it made them more attractive to me.
Yeah.
Which sounds so fucked up.
That is fucked up.
But that's also a phase. Like you're like, as you grow older and as you like understand life more and what you want, that was fun when it happened.
Yeah.
But like probably right now, I don't want to speak for you, but like you're probably more into someone that you can actually get along with, you can trust and you can spend days on end with, and you can like build together. Like I'm so out of that phase, but I was there at one point until you get over it. And it's good to start young and be over it quick.
Get over it quick. Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you, Sarah. So your online persona and who you are as a person, obviously they're two different things. And we had Billy Love on.
Okay, somebody said this, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, they are, because your content online, you play this like bad bitch, like not fuck man, but like, you know, this.
No, it is fuck man.
Yeah, it's
bad
like,
bitch.
you know what I mean? Like bad bitch, fuck man. But like, I know you and I know you have a heart. Like you're a softie too,
Oh, for
to
sure.
your core. How do you draw the line between like, and how do you change between who you truly are to your core and then your online persona too?
Well, I think it's just like, first of all, the day of the week, how I'm feeling, but also it's like
Which personality I woke up with
literally.
today?
But at the same time, like I am that fuck men, whatever too. But like, you know, when you're with your friends, especially girls, and you're going out for a night out or something, and you're all amped up, you're listening to music, you're like, fuck guys, we don't need anyone, blah, blah, blah. When you're single, I still have that energy. I have that a lot of the days, but I'm not gonna, the things that I say online is an extreme persona that I put on.
It's exaggerated.
Yeah, it's exaggerated.
It's very similar with my content too, right?
But it's the same way I feel deep down. I'm still like, fuck men, don't let them fuck you over. And let's get there, but let's fuck them before they fuck
us over. Yeah.
But it's also like, I'm not gonna settle for anything but loyal, you know, what I want, and that's going to treat me amazing. But since I don't have that right now, I'm in the thing of redemption, evil, fuck men, make them fear you, you know, like that kind of energy.
You're in your retaliation era.
Redemption era, revenge.
No, but I get it. And the reason I ask, because my content is very similar to, like, my persona is an exaggerated, you know, lover boy version of myself too, right? Like I'm not this
just different ends.
Yeah,
I
Complete different
I'm
ends
not
of the
this, like,
spectrum.
permanent lover boy that's just like some big softie and just like fucking always just super emotional. Like, no, that's an exaggerated section of me for the online audience, and like it's a persona at times, but it is an exaggerated truth of who we are. And like, even when I used to tell dating stories, like a lot of them weren't really my stories.
Oh,
they
really?
were exaggerated truths. That's what I used to say. They were exaggerated truths, or stories that happened to me or stories that happened to my best friends. And even when I told the stories, I would always be very non-specific, but specific enough that it could be for a guy or for a girl story that people could relate to. You know, I would try not to say this like woman or man specifically, but like, oh, I heard a story. you know, one of my friends and their partner, like you kept it very gender neutral at times too, so it can relate to both sides.
Ambiguous.
Yeah. And I get that, and I get why you would do that. I tried that too a bit. Like, I'm also, I think, to answer your question of like, you know, being a different persona in work, it's also like you're showing up to your job. I used to work a 9 to 5, and I used to be in, you know, PR. It wasn't exactly like, you know, accounting or something, but it was still, you had to show up a certain version of yourself. Me, when I have the camera in front of me, I'm just like, you know, this is me. This is my persona here, and it's just more energy and amped up. I think it's the same person, but I think it's just the more energy, a little bit more vulgar, whatever.
You're just like more on than you would be probably in your day to day.
Exactly.
At 10 a.m. in the morning filming something.
And it's also like, but I mean, I tell stories exactly as to what happened.
Wow, you do.
I don't exaggerate. I don't
respectable,
you know, use anybody else's stories. I'm telling mine only.
Yeah, okay, but even to that point too, like, because again, I'll read some of your comments, and I've known you for a little bit, and like, your online persona sometimes can be seen as very promiscuous.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's promiscuous. I think just things that everyone goes through, but they just don't want to say to the internet.
Well, no, but you'll be like, you know,
say aloud.
If you don't got the 2 guys on the roster, well, let's get rid of the other 10. It's like,
I didn't say that.
Something like that to an extent. But like, I know you don't have a 10-man roster.
I think what you're referring to is that the TikTok that was like, don't cry over 1 if you can go out one night and get 10.
Maybe that was, I don't know. I remember seeing one.
Because that's facts. The whole don't like leave 2 to get 10. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know, but like somebody like
sounds like a math equation.
A massive
we don't do
roster.
math here.
Yeah, no, but there's something like a TikTok where you had like something about having a big roster. And like, okay, maybe rosters for guys and girls are different. But
everybody has a roster.
Okay.
Everybody.
Fair. Respectfully, I don't think everybody does.
Unless you're in a relationship.
Having a roster is pretty privilege, 100%. Agree or disagree?
I think people are talking to people. Maybe it's on Snapchat. Maybe it's on text. Maybe it's like a 1 call a month.
That's not a roster.
I think that's a roster. What's your definition of a roster?
My definition of a roster is people you are consistently talking to and like having sexual encounters with. That's a roster.
What do you think a roster is?
I would say it's a mix of both of yours.
You didn't even ask her what hers was.
She knows.
Sorry, I just feel like God. I just understood.
So okay, what is yours? Give me point like in definition. What is a roster to you?
I just feel like someone that you can like talk to comfortably or like consistent. Maybe not comfortably. That's just even just too much.
So I'm on your roster?
No.
The roster,
like
there's a sexual component to a roster.
A roster is the sex that you're into, people that you're attracted to, that you hit up here and there. Yeah.
No, roster's consistent.
I
can call them up right now. We're going on a date. We're having sex.
But I could say there's something consistent about it. But I think it's consistently somewhat like it can be here and there. Like it doesn't have to be someone you can call up, no problem.
Someone on your roster, someone that you got a black tie gala tonight. You need a date. You can call up someone on the roster.
If some people that I'm on their rosters called me up, and I'd be busy, I wouldn't want to
go
to
a
a
gala
with
roster.
them. I'm for sure on the roster. We
Do you hook up?
We FaceTime. I've hooked up with them. Some of my rosters are in different countries.
This has to be a consistent thing. Being on a roster.
Yeah, but what's consistent? Why does consistent for you have to be like twice a week?
Well, I'm just saying because it's a sports terminology. If you're on the roster, it means you're playing.
You're on
the playing field.
No, but they could be pulled up at any moment.
No, then you're not on the roster. No, then you're riding the pods. Then you're on the bench. Then you're in the fucking B League.
But they're still there.
Would you consider like someone you're heading to London and you have a roster of girls in London?
I don't have a roster of girls in London.
Well, that's you. But if I was heading to the U.S. or to New York, I could hit up one of my rosters in New York.
Oh, come on. You're just hitting up a hot guy that you're attracted to. That's not a roster.
That's a roster.
It's a repeat offender in some way or
another. So then all your exes that you still maintain friendships with are rosters?
I'm not going back to the exes.
You've never backslid?
I have, but
of course you have. Everyone has.
It was backsliding into like a relationship. I'm not. You've
never hooked up with an ex after you've broken up and not got back together with them?
No, I have, but I've been like, don't you dare tell anyone about this. You know?
You still did it.
Yeah, but like, they're not on my roster. I'm not saying that out loud.
So they're not on your roster.
And I'm not on theirs.
Oh, it's different.
That's like a toxic back and forth with an ex.
Fair enough. I guess this is the difference between guys and girls and rosters. That's what
You
I'm saying.
think? You think that how you're speaking about a roster is what all men think?
I think men define a roster as women they could call up and hook up with on a consistent basis.
Interesting.
Like when I was younger and I was in nightlife and I had, let's call it a roster, I could have called any one of those girls on a Tuesday night and had sex with them. That's a roster.
So you just have girls waiting on standby for you?
No, not waiting on standby. They might be doing their own thing, but I could, if we were both available on a Tuesday night, call them, go out and have sex. That's a roster. A roster is not people you have to work with to still, you're not putting in those hours to get. If you're putting in hours to get it and you're still trying to get it, then it's not a roster.
Agree to disagree.
Fair enough.
Because I think it's just people that you can talk to. Like some of them I talk to once a month.
No.
Some of them all FaceTime
Then
once
they're on
every
your
2
draft
weeks.
list or something. I don't know.
Then I don't even have a roster. I don't talk to anyone every day. Not a single person in my life that I talk to every
day. Are you
day.
hooking up with anybody consistently?
No.
So then you don't have a roster.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. The difference
I'm just like, I feel like I'm in the middle ground of you two right now.
All right, maybe that's fair. Maybe we should ask them. This is a good clip. Yeah. I think it changes with age. So I think it changes with age, is what Jess is saying, and with maturity and with what you're looking for.
But I think I'm younger, and I think that I think
Like,
that the way I'm explaining it is how older people would. You don't have to entertain someone every single day and give a false hope or a false narrative of how it is. I think it's for me, I'm saying to them, listen, I'm not looking for anything right now, but this was fun. So if I message them 2 weeks later that I want to go out with them or have their friends over and pre with them, not even fuck them, they'd be down. And it's someone fun to flirt with or fun to call with after a night out.
See, I disagree. Someone fun to flirt with is not a roster.
Because your roster,
if you're still playing cat and mouse, if you're still playing cat and mouse, it's not a roster.
Your roster is girls that you can have sex with.
Okay, let's just call space. Wait,
after
after 30, rosters don't exist. We don't have time or energy for rosters after 30. I'm going to be very
I'm hitting 30 and there's no time for rosters.
Like, I'm going to be very honest. When I was 25, I could talk to 8 girls and I could tell you everything I said to all 8 of them. Which one I told stories, which one I did. I could compartmentalize each and every one of them to a fucking T that it was easy. It wasn't even a job. I was so just naturally good at it. And so were all my friends, and everybody that had rosters were good at it. I had 30. I'm talking to one person. I don't even remember what I told her. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't even fucking, did I do that? Did I, like, it's not even did I tell her. It's like, did I even tell her? Did I not tell her? I don't even know.
Was it even her?
It's like, is it my mom? Like, I don't even know. It's all a blur once you hit 30.
Was that a dream?
Was it a dream? Like, fuck, I don't even know. I was like, did I send you flowers? Because I thought about it.
Okay, that's crazy. If you not remember who you sent flowers to?
No, flowers I remember, obviously.
Ricky sends flowers.
But I send flowers a lot.
Can I ask you a question?
Really? I haven't gotten flowers since Valentine's Day.
Good luck. You're getting some tomorrow.
That was Valentine's Day.
Getting some tomorrow.
No, she got them for Valentine's Day. She's good. If you didn't get some on Valentine's Day, I would have texted you. I was Sarah, send me your address. I'll send you some.
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have known.
Are you kidding me? Ricky sent like flowers and shit to people in London. That's never even met.
Crazy.
My love language, one of my love languages.
Isn't that a waste of money of it?
No, it's not. Are you kidding? If you can make somebody's day that's not on your roster, that's a fucking great
I feel like
thing.
she would agree with you in our whole flower game.
I absolutely love, like, one of my love languages is gift giving, but not like major gifts. I don't like buying expensive shit for people, but sending someone a $7 Starbucks gift card, considering I work with Starbucks now, is like my fucking favorite thing to do.
No, that's very
Sending
nice.
someone flowers on a random Tuesday because they told me they haven't gotten flowers in 3 years is like the dream. Buying someone my own book, like the amount of times I bought and sent people my own book, because they're going through a breakup and like I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen you post anything in 2 months. Like, you good? They're like, yeah, it's just a tough breakup. I'm like, yo, what's your address? I'll send you my book. That's my love language. I fucking love that shit.
That's fine to do.
She's like, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, but would you consider? I'm gonna bring it back to this. The girls you send all the flowers to on Valentine's Day part of your roster?
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
I would consider.
See, I would consider them your roster.
Because why are you sending other than the friends you send it to?
I don't have sex with them.
Exactly.
How are they on my roster if I don't have sex with them?
You could have sex with them.
I'm sure if they're accepting your flowers and talking to you enough to get flowers, that
they're giving you
think that
they're
they're on
giving
your
you their
roster.
address.
No,
Yeah.
no, some of them know they're not on my roster.
I'm also do not give any man, even him, your address. Like, don't, because that's so scary. Some guys, like, if you've never met them, they don't know.
Fair enough,
and not
yeah.
every guy is like you.
No, 100%. I agree with that. There is that safety aspect.
One time, a guy didn't let me leave a date. Imagine, but I gave him my address to drop me off and like switched the address for like the Uber. And I've never had like a bad experience with a date other than like just a shitty date. But I was like, holy shit. Like he was like waiting outside my door. He was trying to come in. I was like, this is fucked. So like men are.
I had this actually with one of my friends once. She went on a really bad date where she felt like really, really unsafe. And since then, anytime she's on a date now, share location and everything. It's just so important for girls.
So important.
I agree with that actually. Yeah. So don't send
no more
strangers. Yeah.
flowers.
Well, no. If you are comfortable with someone enough where you feel safe and they want to do something nice for you, let them do something nice for you.
So only if it's him.
No, not me in general. Just men need to do better. I think we talked about this on your podcast. Men need to do better. And it fucking costs nothing to do better. It's a $7 Starbucks gift card to the person who's having a bad fucking day on a Tuesday. Is that little thing. The amount of times I do it now, not even for people on my roster, just for friends who happen to be women that are having bad fucking days. You're like,
I had a bad day. The other week.
Go
what
buy
did I
your own
get?
fucking Starbucks. You're always having a bad day. I can't afford your bad days.
Okay.
You're having too many fucking bad days.
It's like every day I wake up, bad day.
Danielle, woke up, traffic, bad day. Woke up, went to work, bad day. Went to my job that I love, bad day.
Listen, I get it.
It's just bad weeks.
Yeah.
You're just always a bad week for you.
Bad week, bad month.
What's your worst date?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
But like I've never really like I'm fine at talking to people. Like I'm fine at like having a conversation, just getting to know someone. So like even if I show up and I'm not physically attracted to them as much as I thought I would be, it's fine for me to just have a combo and like have a nice meal and then go home after. Like I don't consider that a bad date just because I know I'm leaving and I'm not attracted to them. And I wouldn't say it's a waste of time like other people would, but I think bad date would only be the one that like was like creepy as fuck.
Okay, what's your best date?
My best date
And then Danielle, over to you after.
You always ask me this and I say the same thing every single time.
would be any sports game. Like I love going to sports games.
Fuck out of here, Sarah. Give me a specific example. Any sports games.
Ooh,
You've been to a whole bunch.
One time.
There we go. Now we're talking.
I was invited to go to Italy to watch his first game.
Okay.
And I watched
What
his
sport?
soccer.
Okay.
And I went and like was in like the family box. So there was wine,
Did he
there
fly
was
you out?
food. He flew me out first class.
First class. Fuck yeah.
And I like stayed, I think, the week and just like explored and whatever and like hung out with him. And yeah, it was like it was my first ever soccer game and it was like a really good team. So
Can we share the team?
I mean, probably not because it'll be way too easy to know the person.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, fuck.
I'm so curious.
Yeah, so am
I'll
I
tell
now.
you after the
Let's tell us.
cameras are gone.
We're
Well,
both
you can
just
guess.
like-
If you're watching, you can guess. It's a team in Italy. Sarah likes tall, scruffy people.
He wasn't that tall.
Okay, tanned, obviously.
Tanned.
He's in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, doesn't mean he's from there.
No, but if you play in
This is
Europe,
his
there's a
first
good
game in
chance
Italy.
you're tanned. If you play in Europe.
He was tanned.
Yeah. Okay. We'll figure this out later.
Mm-hmm.
That's your best. What made it so good though?
I've never been to a soccer game. I never was in that spot in Italy. And it was like, oh my gosh, like I felt so special. But I mean, it didn't end great. Like, I mean, we never ended up dating or anything. But I felt so special and it was such a cool experience and like also fun to tell my friends.
That's fair. Why do you think it didn't work then?
Oh, he's way too famous to like settle for one person, and I wasn't even in the same country living as him, and I would never move there and just give up everything that I was doing. And we had that chat. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you're self-aware.
but the girl after me that he had, cuz like it was on public news that like he was seeing these people. And I was creeping. So, and she was like a Victoria's Secret supermodel, and I was like, "You know what? I fucking won. Like if I can say that I went to the same person that she went with, I'm okay to pass away now. Like perfect.
Really?
It gave me a self-esteem
Wow.
boost.
Okay. That's it. I've never heard that.
At the
What?
time I was
Women are
like,
so
oh.
fucking competitive.
Why?
Women are so competitive.
But I knew
Yeah,
it
but
was
I
never
kinda
going to work
get-
out. So I was like it's
Yeah,
not
but
and
even
like
even if you notice, I was like even if you knew it wasn't going to work out, there was no competitive side. You're just like, fuck, I want that man back just because he maybe potentially upgraded. I'm not saying she's an upgrade over you. I'm just.
Oh, she's definitely an upgrade, and I'm totally fine with
Oh,
that.
you're cool with that? Okay.
Like, totally fine with that. Like, honestly, I would leave me for her too. I was like, I won with just knowing that she came after me.
Danielle, what's your best date? I can't remember.
It's the same thing. It was the guy I was seeing. We just had a full day plan in Toronto.
Oh, that's fun.
But TFC game, not Italy soccer game.
It's not in the family
so
box.
now it sounds
he was
like
sitting
shit.
beside you, not playing.
I bought the tickets. No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
No,
no, I didn't. I didn't.
I was like, and that was your best date?
No.
The bar is set low for Danielle.
It isn't. But it was just like a full day of
But like, what
things.
was the other activities during the day?
We just had like
It's a podcast host
brunch.
here.
He podcast
No,
host?
you're a podcast host. You asking questions across.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. I like that.
It was just like a nice brunch day. And then we like walked around the city, did some activities.
A
TFC
full day plan.
It was like a full thing. And again, we were dating, so it's like wasn't our first date, but like
This
it was
is
made
so
like
fucking fun.
still like best date. And then we ended up afterwards the game going for dinner at one of our friends' restaurants. So like we had the whole works there. Then the night just
fun.
continued.
To both of you, first dates, should they be long or short?
Depends.
No, it's a long or short answer. And
What's
why?
short and what's long?
Short is under 3 hours. Long is over 5.
Why do you have to decide?
Because we're just
Short.
fucking chatting.
Short, because if it's too long, then you get bored of each other.
Then why'd you go
No,
on the
but
date?
what if it's bad?
Because I want to see you again.
Really? Okay.
If it went well.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm sorry. What about you? Danielle?
I just think that like if it's not good, you need a way out.
Have you ever gone on a date where you wanted a way out right away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
And I came to your condo after.
Really?
I literally called you and I said, "Hi, you're having people over. I'm coming over right now."
Okay. Okay.
Can we ask you?
I've never had a date that I wanted to leave within the first 3 hours.
3
And I've
hours.
dated more than both of you combined.
I don't date, so I can't even say.
I've dated more than you easily.
3 hours.
I've never had a date where I didn't want to spend 24 hours with the person.
But I think even if you're not, something's not going to go somewhere with this girl, you still enjoy a friendship out of the person.
Yeah, every woman I've ever gone on a date with is such a unique and special person in their own right that I've had so much fun with them. Whether it didn't work out romantically, they were all fucking great, cool humans. Or else I would have
Great
never.
answer.
No, I would have never gone on dates with people that sucked.
Okay,
Yeah, but you don't know them.
sometimes you don't know.
You don't vet your people out before you go on dates.
Not
with
that
them?
much.
Really?
Okay, point exactly. You'll literally know this because it was literally last year. And I went on the date and we went to go have a drink. He picked a restaurant, got to the table, and I was so nervous because I don't date anymore. And Ricky, like beforehand, he's like, "Danny, don't worry, pretend like it's a podcast. If you run out of questions, just like ask one of our
Go
podcast
through the
questions."
podcast questions.
Podcast
Easy.
questions. And I'm a very social
True.
person. So going into this, I'm like, why am I so nervous? Get there. I'm chatting. Everything's fine. We order a glass of wine. We're sitting there for 3 hours. No food, no other drinks, nothing. And he didn't speak. I was like, and then he was like, I was like, okay, I'm going to go now. Like the restaurant was closing. I'm like, I think we should leave. Like it was so awkward. I wanted to leave way earlier.
Ew.
It was just uncomfortable. I guess I could have maybe taken initiative, and I'm like, but like it was just such a
No, and like
weird
the man should take
situation.
initiative and
On
then be
something. Like I think maybe that's why it even turned me off even more.
I've never had that.
One time I went to a basketball game in New York with a guy, and
First class?
it was third row,
Still good.
but still on the thing. And it was going great chats, so fun to like obviously be that close to a game. Never even was at a New York, what is it, basketball game? What is
Knicks.
it? Knicks basketball game. So like it was fun to just do that. But then we went out for dinner after, and my friend was like, "Oh, like, are you going out?" Like, or because I was supposed to meet up with her after, but I was like, I kind of want to stay with him, so like, I'm just gonna invite him. We all go. He buys a booth for us, bottles, everything. It was so nice. It was literally just us three. Didn't even invite any friends. I go to the washroom. My friend, it was when I first moved to New York, so I didn't know her that well. She was grinding on him as I was walking out of the washroom to come back, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I went and I go, "You two have fun," and I left.
Oh,
And that's a bad date.
And what happened?
I just never talked to him again.
Did he try? Like, what was the explanation on both their ends?
He tried, and I think I sent something like really rude, like "Don't ever talk to me again."
And I hope you
And
didn't talk to
then-
her again.
I just like never hung out with her again. Like we weren't that close because I just moved there, so it was just someone like you hang out with, you go out with. But yeah. And that's a bad date.
Not a bad date for him. Just saying.
No, not for him. I'm sure he got some.
I'm just saying. No, but like everyone always asks me.
The date didn't end there for him.
Considering like I talk about dating so much, everyone always asks, "What's my worst date?" My worst date ever is still not even bad because it's with the most beautiful person I've ever gone on a date with. She was a little bit socially awkward, so I had to carry the conversation more. But like we still had a really great day and night almost. Like it started off as a bike ride that turned into like kayaking on the lake through the river. And then after that, we both went home, showered, and then we went for dinner after. It was just like a random like.
Did you shower together?
No, like she went home to her house, I went home to my house, and we met up for dinner after. And that's my worst date.
I would not want to go kayaking on a first date.
It wasn't even a first date.
I kind of wouldn't even want to go biking.
It wasn't a date at first. It wasn't a date at first. We went for a bike ride.
It'd have to be a really nice day.
It went for a bike. It was a nice day.
And it would also. What if you get sweaty? What if he's going too fast and you're like, fuck, pet stains or something.
No,
you know, like
jump in the water.
Go kayaking.
Oops,
no.
I fell.
Yeah. No, then it's all downhill from there.
I would fall, no problem.
Me too.
I have no problem with that.
See, but Danielle's the type that she gets nervous to go on dates.
Everyone gets a little nervous.
Okay, so why do you think that?
Because it's someone new. You don't know if you're going to run out of questions. You don't know if it's going to be really good or really bad. What if you embarrass yourself? There's so many little things.
So wait, as two female podcasters, have you ever run out of questions in your career?
Yes.
When I'm really tired,
Really?
yeah, I'm like, that's a wrap.
I talked about this literally last night. There was one episode I sat there.
Yeah, but that's just a bad episode. It doesn't mean you ran out of questions.
I had nothing to say.
Because you had a bad day.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some
And
days.
it's not even like running out of questions. It's not wanting to ask another question. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just don't want to have to.
You're just like, I'm tapping out.
So do you think you guys are good enough, do you think you girls
Good
are
enough?
good enough at reading, at being able to filter through the shitty men before you go on dates with them or not?
Absolutely not. Clearly. I'm.
Do you think
No.
you
I
get
think I'm
better
getting
with
better.
age?
Yeah, with age.
Mm.
When you're younger, it's a completely.
Let me know your
different-
secrets.
There's nothing.
You got time,
I-
Sarah. You got time. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it right now.
Also, like, I don't have the energy for men, so like I don't even date anymore.
No? Why
No.
not?
Because I'm just like so busy and like
Sorry, respectfully. I
busy
say
is
this.
just an excuse for.
Well, no, it's just how busy can you possibly be?
I think busy in a social setting. Like I'm so busy being social that I don't have any more social energy to give.
So much because Ricky doesn't understand what this means.
Like, you know, when you're on a podcast, you're on my podcast, I'm on content creation, I'm on whenever I'm on calls with different brands or this or that, I have to go get a coffee or go to their agency and meet them for PR teams, always on. And then when I come home at the end of the night, I'm just like, I
Need to
literally,
shut off.
yeah. And I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to watch a show. And like, even when I was dating people, sometimes I'm just like, cause even in the elevator, I'm talking to people, you know, I'm always just talking, whatever, smiling, in the best mood ever. And then when you're alone, sometimes you're just like, I can't do another 2 hours with somebody.
Sometimes you just need to turn your brain off
Yeah.
and like have that alone time to recharge. But you recharge in social settings.
I
And
do
it's not
too, though.
So do
but
I.
like,
So do I. Because again, some days I can have my shittiest fucking day.
yeah.
I come to this podcast, mood instantly changed, everything else. But I
Mhm.
need those certain nights by myself.
Yeah.
To just kind of like block every noise out.
Yeah.
And whether you're dating someone, not dating someone, you can be in the same space with someone, but
Yeah, exactly.
completely.
You don't understand that?
Respectfully, and I mean this.
He's
with
the busiest person in the
No,
world.
no, I'm not saying I'm the busiest person in the world. If you want something, you will make time for it. Just so you said you chat, you're always on the elevator, you're always on here. You can be somewhat on and somewhat off in certain situations and save some of that onness for other people.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. You're busy, and I get it. Even though respectfully,
Not even too busy. I'm
yeah.
just socially busy.
Socially busy. You're not too socially busy to
Yeah,
go see
but
the
again-
hockey team at the bar.
Yeah, but maybe sometimes
Again,
it's
so it's
priorities.
pri-
It's priorities.
So it's priorities.
It
It's-
is.
Again, it's priorities. It's not busyness. There's a difference. Busy is I sleep 7 hours a day. The other fucking 17, I'm fucking busy.
Okay, but no, but I could also say
It's priorities.
yeah, but priority wise, sometimes you're too busy in work life that like you're, and even just like taking care of yourself, going to the gym, doing like the basic things on a day to day, that your only free social time you want to see your friends. And I guess that is a
because you
priority.
prioritize.
It is I guess you are prioritizing that.
It's not busy. It's prioritization.
But I also think it's where are you in
important.
life and
Yeah.
what do you want at that time? Like
No,
right
there's
now.
nothing wrong with that.
No, and right now I think honestly it would do more harm than good for me to get a boyfriend right now. Like I think that's
At least
it.
it's you're self-aware of that.
Yeah, and I think that that's why I'm not putting much energy to go on dates. I would rather go out with my friends or dinner with a girlfriend or do something that's a funny joke story, whatever, than go on a date with a man and be serious.
I'd rather go on a funny joke story than go on a date with a man. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
The
do
bar
something
is set
stupid.
that low for men these days.
No, not with them. With a girlfriend.
With
and
the
then maybe
girls.
meet guys there.
No,
See what
okay.
happens.
See that I get. At least you're self-aware of it because you hear it all the time. Oh, I'm too busy to date. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about this because I'm extremely busy too. I'm not too busy to date majority of the time. There's certain weeks where okay, I just can't fucking fit it in because every single night I have something and I don't like short dates. I don't want to meet someone for coffee. That's just like ugh. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather go for a run. So you want to meet me for a run, great, and we can go for a run, but women don't want to do running dates because they're sweaty and they're gross, and I completely get that. But when people are like, I'm too busy, it's like, okay, well, tell me your whole fucking schedule. Tell me your whole fucking schedule for the week because I can find time to go for a date. If you like, both of you just said you like short dates, 3-hour dates. Cool. I can find
I'm
3
not
hours is
saying-
not short. Oh
No, but
my
I'm
god.
not saying short dates. I'm
I would
saying
go on a-
first dates are okay to be short.
you
45
time.
minutes. Put it in my Google Calendar. We're doing a 45-minute
both
hangout, and
said-
at that time, I want a buzzer to go off so I can go home.
I could
That's what I
easily,
want.
with both of you,
That's
I
a
could easily
dream.
find a 2-hour slot for you guys to go on a date.
On a first
this week.
date.
A first date. I could easily find it if you showed me your calendars. But
Oh, yeah, no,
you're not
yeah.
prioritizing it, so you just don't want it.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
100%.
Yeah.
And I said that. I've
Yeah.
said that before.
Yeah, and you've said it. You're not, but you also said this year you are going to start prioritizing.
I am going to start.
And we are done Q1, and you have not.
Yeah, but February and March
Honestly,
are rough for me.
For who? Fuck it. It's almost summer. Let's just have fun and enjoy summer.
I'm turning,
As said by a 25-year-old.
I'm turning 30.
Totally fine.
My mom calls me the other week. She's like, I'm going to die without grandkids. I was like, Mom, like I have years. She's terrified.
well, do you have any siblings?
2 younger siblings.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could always just have a kid.
No. I have time. You're literally aging me. I'm not even 30 yet. Fuck.
No, but
I have so much time left.
You do have a lot of time.
I'm not
left.
worried. That's why I'm not worried at all. If I
You
was
have
worried,
so
I'd
much
really
time.
pick it up.
If you ever need someone to carry a child ever in life, just ask me. I'm sure I'll be able to do it at some point. You know what I mean? My sister's
She
asked me that.
Actually thinks I'm so old I can't have kids anymore.
You're not so old. But if you, this is what I'm saying.
If
I'm
I
like,
ever get to that
enjoy
point-
your single with me and him and everyone else and just live it up. If you don't find someone, fine. But if it comes to a point, which it probably won't, you'll probably meet someone the next year or two.
You know, my biggest fear is to get pregnant.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah. I have no clue. I hate pregnant bellies. My best friend's pregnant right now. And like, I'm like, put your shirt on. Do not lift it up. They terrify me. But I really do want to carry my own child. But I'm so scared.
Like actually like how people are scared of holes. You're scared of bumps.
I cannot stand when like girls wear like crop shirts and like
Really?
low
I
pants to
love
the bar.
that. I love it.
Cover
like
it
that'll
up.
be me.
No, not like I have like strict rules with my girlfriends.
But Sarah,
That's
I feel like you'd be
crazy.
like one of those skinny pregnant women.
Doesn't matter.
I'd
They're-
be such a hot pregnant woman.
My friend looks amazing. Her bump looks great. And I'm like, on vacation.
We've got
do
so
what
many
you
good
want.
clips of just great fucking one-liners from you this episode.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be a hot pregnant woman.
No, because I'll be doing like toned things in the gym. I'll be in the Pilates
Yeah.
machine. I'll be skinny everywhere but my belly bump.
That's literally one of my friends right now. But like, no, I don't want to see it unless you're on vacation.
You're gonna see mine. Even in the winter, I'm gonna have it out. It's gonna be like, oh my gosh,
not
yeah.
for
Plan on having a
me.
baby soon, Sarah?
No, not I. My goal would be like having a kid at like
Be
28,
How old are you now?
What?
24,
24.
turning
okay.
25 next
Okay.
month,
Okay, when's your birthday?
May 22nd.
May 22nd. Okay, that's
Oh my
exciting.
god.
I was
okay.
born at 2:22 a.m.
That's my
Okay.
best friend's birthday.
That's cool.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd have a kid in how many? 4 years? 5 years?
4 years. No, 3. Technically, just over 3.
Okay, fine. I'll have a kid at 31.
Okay. Change quickly.
Round up.
You know what? I feel like every girl's timeline is that very similar.
And then it changes.
But
and
I
then
don't
it
know about
changes.
you, Jess, but I feel like COVID really changed that up for our age group.
Well, yeah, it took 2 years off your life, 4 years off your life.
So
It was
Jess is saying
just-
that we're 2 years younger now.
Yeah. Like I just like we were like I was 24, 25, 26 during COVID, which is like the prime conversion years. Does that make sense? Yeah, I feel like that you like it's like growth.
Oh.
It's like the transition years where instead we just decide to become degenerates all over again because we
Well, yeah, because you have to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
That's a girl math in my head.
I was just saying, I'm very thankful that I don't have to have these issues don't cross my mind as
Well,
often.
what's your ideal woman?
I won't have a kid before 40.
Right, that was an ideal woman, but okay.
No, but just in general, like my timelines, I know myself. If I meet my person today, let's say we go out to the bar after this and I meet, my fucking person.
Yeah.
I'm 34 years old. I would want to date for at least a year before getting engaged.
Yeah. Enjoy that.
Then we get engaged. I'd at least a 1 year engagement, probably 2, because I don't want to have to stress over a wedding. So you got a 2 year engagement. Now I'm all of a sudden, I'm 37 now by the time we get married. Now I want to travel the world with my wife. I want to live a fun, happy, magical married life before I have kids.
Because everything changes.
Well, once you have kids,
Yes
you can't.
and no, though.
I can't just pick up and go to the Super Bowl next weekend.
Okay, no, of course not. But
Right?
we
I can't go to
literally
Coachella
just
next
had
week. If I
just-
met my wife today, I'd be like, you want to go to Coachella next weekend? Sure, let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair, but
Can't do it with
we
a kid.
just had Justin on this podcast who literally took their 1-year-old, 2-year-old to Thailand. Like,
But that's
you can
also a
still
trip that's
do
been
stuff.
planned for months.
Yeah, it's
Like,
more
I
out of the
wanna-
Such a different trip.
Yeah, I wanna
No, but you know what
experience
I
the
mean.
world
Like you don't
with
have
my.
to stop traveling just because you have kids.
No, look at John and Virgie. They still do their 2 trips a year.
Yes.
Great. I've done 9 trips in Q1.
Okay.
I want to do that with my wife. I want to go to Bali for 4 days just because we had no plans this weekend.
I get it.
I want to go to New York because it's fashion week and my wife wants a new pair of fucking heels. I don't know. Whatever the fucking world takes
I
us.
agree.
That's why. So I'm realistically not
Fashion
that
week,
kid.
you look at
Whatever,
upcoming
you know, it was an
collections, you
example,
don't
Sarah.
buy.
It was an example. I don't fucking know.
No, don't worry.
I went to fashion. Me and Justin went to Miami Fashion Week. Actually,
Oh,
sat
no
like
way.
front row, and it was cool. We were cool that trip. We were cool. But yeah, that's why. So I'm
Good
not having kids
outfits?
before. My outfit wasn't that cool. Just looked cool. Just looked cool. Yeah. But yeah. So to answer your question, wait, why'd you ask me what my ideal woman was? I don't have to do anything.
Because I was thinking about how you said you wanted to have a kid at whatever. So I'm like,
40.
okay, so then how old would your...
He's not looking right now for the right age.
My partner is in their mid to late 20s right now.
Well, you just really. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Why? Why does it make you sad?
Yeah. Why does it make you sad, Danielle?
I don't know. I just kind of was really rooting for this like potential relationship.
Oh, why? Is there a potential
We'll
relationship?
talk
Should
offline.
be.
We'll talk offline.
She older?
No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm
no,
kidding. I'm
we're
sorry.
not
Sorry.
No, it's just so the problem is I don't date older women. I don't date women my age, not older women. I don't date women my age.
Okay.
Because I have in the past, and I've always been very open with who I date, and I date the person for the person who they are. And I've met women that are my age that are younger at heart than you are, and I've dated women your age that are old souls, and I've dated like. Again, everybody's different and everyone's unique in their own situation, but I went on a date with a mother. I would have been 32-ish at the time. She was 31 and she had a kid, which is great. I got no problem with that. Cool. We go on a date. We had a great time. We go on a second date. Had a great time. On the third date, she literally asked, she goes like, what are we? I'm like, look, like we're enjoying each other's company and this is fun. I don't know where it's going to go, but I want to enjoy this. She's like, yeah, that doesn't work for me. I think like
Good for her. She has boundaries.
She
and
had her
she's sticking
boundaries,
to
and she
them.
said that. We had a great night. We finished the night. It was amazing. I think a month later, she met a new guy. 2 months later, they were living together. 3 months later, they bought a rental
That's what she
property.
wanted. That's her plan.
Again, she communicated her wants and her needs, and I got no problem with that. My thing is most women that are my age have similar goals and timelines as she did, which don't work with my timelines.
Yeah.
That being said, sometimes you can have a fucking timeline and a plan, and then you meet the right person, it goes fucking out the window. Like when I met my ex last year.
I was like, your ex wasn't old, but she was on the older end,
My ex,
closer
was
to your
almost,
age.
my ex last year was almost my age.
Yeah.
And she even said, she's like, yeah, if this works, I'll freeze my eggs and we will do our time. Because she had the same timeline as me. She's like, we'll do our timeline. Like, fucking right. We can wait 5 years to have kids. I was like, great. And I'm would I love my own kids? I would, but I have no problem adopting. The only reason I want my own kids is for the genetics. I would ideally, life is easier if you're better looking. And I believe me and my partner will have good genes, that my kids will be fairly good looking.
But sometimes too, like, attractive
Very
people
rarely.
have
really ugly kids.
Very rarely does it happen.
I have like
Nope.
I've seen it.
Look,
Yeah.
guys, it's a fucking 1% chance. Two ugly people can have good looking kids.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it could just work. Like the mix could
but
just
I'm
work.
telling you, very rarely do you get two
You know what I mean?
attractive people that have ugly kids. It's just, it doesn't happen as often.
Mm.
So that's why I would want my kids to have my genes, because then I know realistically they'll be fairly tall, not super tall, but they're not going to be short, and they'll be fairly attractive.
My
life will be a
husband is
little bit
gonna
easier.
have to be so zen, because the kid coming out of me is gonna be like, "Ma," you know,
my
They'll be
friend
tall.
had her first
and
kid.
I'm tall.
She is like the crazy type personality, always the biggest in the room. First kid she had, absolute tyrant. Like just like her
It's a
personality.
baby, man. It's
Perfect.
a
He's like
baby.
3 now. Absolutely. Like I'm like, this is you as a little boy. Second kid, complete opposite, perfect little angel.
Aww.
Now she's expecting her third. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Sarah, what do you look for in a man? And also for those watching, when I went on Sarah's podcast last year, she described me. Except
Last
I'm not
year?
tall.
Was
I'm
it
not
last
tall.
year?
Yeah, it was
Oh
last
my
year.
god, that was last year.
I literally just the
Um,
reason I remember because we talked about it today when I was at your studio.
Well, first
And you
of
posted
all,
about it.
yeah, today.
Like
Yeah.
you're really hung up on this.
Yeah.
I'm just too
like-
short for Sarah.
He's gonna put in his bio, I am Sarah Lauren's type.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I know your real last name too.
everyone does.
Does it? Is it?
No, I don't know if everyone does. But my ideal type, I don't have one because I'm not looking for anyone. But
Solid answer.
honestly, like at this point, I'm thinking zen, chill, doesn't go out, is like, will come out with me and my friends, but like isn't a partier, is not the loudest in the room. Because I always go for the loudest in the room. I always go for the partiers. I always go for the energetic, whatever is doing so much and yada yada yada. But like
But do
I
you
just
think
want
that'll
someone calm.
bore you?
No, I think I could level out the
Yeah.
playing field. Like I've been with people recently, just like talking or like FaceTiming and stuff, and like it didn't work out because I don't want it to go anywhere. But they were so chill and nice and soft spoken that I'm like,
So why didn't you want it to go anywhere?
Because I'm just not at a place where I could even, and they don't live here.
But again, now this comes back to if you really wanted to, you would. So you didn't really want that Zen guy that bad, or else if you wanted to, you would.
Yeah.
Sarah, I wholeheartedly believe this. If the right man was dropped in front of you today, the perfect man, you would change and you would want to be with him.
Why would I need to change?
Not you would have to want to change your wants and your needs, because your
Oh.
wants and your needs right now are you don't have enough social battery to entertain someone.
Yeah.
If you met Mr. Perfect right now, I'm 100% sure your social battery would all of a sudden have some time for him.
Who do you think I'll end up with?
I believe, and I mean this respectfully, you will end up with a very handsome finance bro who's like, you know, was a former athlete in his high school days, never quite made it, maybe had a bum knee or something, but went into finance and worked out great. He's very successful. I believe he'll be the life of the party. He will be a split image of you, outgoing, energetic, full of life. And you will meet the perfect match, and you're going to say, fuck this guy, and you're going to hate him at first, and then at the end, you'll love him. That's what I see for you, personally. But again, I'm not good at this shit, so what do I
Does he?
know?
So he wears a suit to work.
You
Which
just
is hot.
described a friend of ours.
Who?
I don't want to say the name out loud. We'll talk off air, but I just feel like you described someone we both know.
Well, don't tell him about me yet.
I didn't.
Maybe
He's in a
save it for
relationship. He's in a
oh,
relationship.
darn.
He will be very handsome, and I don't think any of our super handsome friends work in finance.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll chat about it after. You'll date someone who's really tall, 6'5", blue-eyed, fucking like Ian Somerhalder kind of vibe.
Who's that?
That's how young you are. Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
but you
Vampire
watch-
Diaries.
Vampire Diaries?
Or like Chris Hemsworth, Liam Hemsworth kind of vibe. Like
Really? I don't like that pretty of boys.
that's what I think.
But they need to be attractive.
I don't see you dating an ugly person. I 100% agree.
Thank God, eh?
Yeah. I that's my guess for you.
You need to be attractive to like the person that you're with.
We've talked about this too.
Yeah, we
Sexual
said that.
attraction is a huge fucking part of a relationship.
I don't want to look at him and be like, does this grow over time?
Have
Is
you
this gonna grow?
have you ever been with someone that you had bad sex with? Have you ever dated someone you had bad sex with? Sorry.
Not bad sex, because I feel like when you get more comfortable with someone, it gets better and you get more like.
So it does get better with time?
Say because you get more comfortable. And as a woman, for guys, I don't know, it's probably different. But for girls, like, to feel better, you have to be more relaxed. So to be more relaxed,
You have to know them better.
Yes.
Be more comfortable in the
So-
situation.
And also when that obviously happens, you can say more about what you want, what you need, direct them, move things around, and then it helps.
Have you ever been with an ugly guy because of talent?
Great question, Janelle.
Many. Many. Numerous.
See, but you also say numerous, like it's like a high number. It's like we're still single digits here. Like,
No, but like,
that's what I mean. This is what I get with the persona and like, oh, many. If I were to be like many, we're talking 20, 30,
And
40.
you say
no,
I'm
like,
dramatic.
Yeah.
under 10.
That's you're single digits
Mhm.
from the many aspect. I'm not saying single digits.
Many, like, not as attractive as like I would usually go for.
Mm-hmm.
No one like I had to close my eyes to do anything
hope
with.
not.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, not. And again, at the same time, talent can make someone really good looking.
yes.
So I'll actually, this is funny. I don't know if I've told this on pod, mayhap. I dated a musician once, casually dated a musician once. And
I couldn't do that.
Really?
So really?
Cringy.
Mm-mm.
So we had her on the
No
podcast, and I wasn't attracted to her on the podcast. We had her because she's really talented and she's whatever. And then I was just interested in her life, and we went out after, like, as friends, and then we.
Oh, so that's what you do with your guests?
No, actually, this is.
You
the
go with
only
them
guest-
after?
No, Danielle. I almost said Danielle. No, I can't tell the story either. But that was the one and only guest I've actually hooked up with. Is that it? Yeah. We went out like another day, and then another time we went on an actual date. And it's the first time I was like, I get it. I get why women are so attracted to athletes and professionals.
Wait, why?
Because we were in a cab on the way back from a date, and I heard her song, and like the fucking cab driver's like singing along. It was like a popular song on the radio. Cab driver's like singing along, and we just looked at each other, and I was just like, that's fucking hot. That's hot. So I get it. I get how going to Italy and watching this man's on the field in Italy, Serie A, is attractive.
Yeah.
I get it 100%.
I get it, and I didn't get it until that
I get
moment.
it more than I want to get it.
Yeah. But that's just like I went on that, but I was gonna say something, but I won't.
Can you say it?
Say it.
You want me to say on this podcast?
Is it? Who's it?
It's about you. Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely don't want me saying this. Your mother listens to this podcast.
You're like, and don't say it.
Yeah. No, but I get the attractiveness to professionals or people with talent. Right?
I'm not even like. Why did we get back to this? I'm not even attracted anymore to those.
We were talking about finance bros.
Yeah, I don't know how we got on that.
Well, I think it was how many
No, 'cause I
non-attractive
asked, like,
men.
have you hooked up with, like, have you ever been with someone who's not?
Danielle, have you ever been with someone
Haven't
who's
we
not
all?
attractive? I have, yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
I have like a very ugly taste in men.
you do actually.
then
yeah.
you
I have
been
a
attracted to
very
them.
ugly taste in men,
Danielle's a
but
very
like
ugly taste in men. Agreed.
personality for me, and like, you know, it's such a stupid
See,
thing.
but Danielle's funny because Danielle will find people unattractive with good personalities because they're unattractive, but then find people that are unattractive attractive because of their mediocre personality.
Who? I don't even know what you. That was stupid.
Oh god, there's an excuse.
That was just dumb.
We'll talk off air.
That's
But
not
Okay.
even like a like. Oh my god.
there are times where Danielle's. I've said, I'm like, oh, this guy's, fairly attractive. Like, he's like eyeing you down. Oh no, he's not hot. I'm like, the fuck? Like, what's wrong with that? And then she'll hook up with someone that's not as attractive as the guy I pointed out.
Let the girl live.
100%. I do let her live.
Like,
I
so
let
they
her
just
live.
can we
turn
not
around,
have a
just
hobby?
turn around.
Like-
Yeah.
She likes finding the
Diamonds
rare
in the rough. Diamonds in the rough.
I'm literally gonna kill you right now.
You're the one that said bring it up. Anyway, Sarah, back to you. Okay, so if you were dating, what are you looking for then?
nothing.
Okay, fuck, you're that closed off. We love that.
Are you happy?
I'm ecstatic. I'm having so much fun. Like, I still meet guys out and like flirt with them, but like, I genuinely am like fine by myself. Like, I love just hanging out with my girls or going and like doing podcasts and this and not having anyone be like, well, who is it? Are they flirting with you? This, that, the other thing. I'm like, let me live.
No, I get it. I have like a
Let me say whatever I want to say online. Let me do whatever I want.
whatever you want to do. I have a lot of friends who are like just been so desperate to get into relationships, and I feel like it consumes them as a person.
Oh, for sure.
And it's just so important to be so okay with who you are and so happy with yourself and with your life.
And it's rare.
And I can see it. Nothing is gonna happen until you are.
Mm-hmm.
The best meme is, or it's like one of those jokes where, you know, you go to bed at midnight or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. with a dead phone and you wake up and there's no panic because nobody, like, you don't have to respond to anybody. The amount of times I've woken up to a dead phone because I forgot to plug it in, and I'm just like, oh, cool. I'm just going to go right back to bed because nobody gives a fuck.
Well, it's like
the best feeling in the
freedom.
world.
It's
Yeah,
free.
it's the best feeling in the
Yeah. And it's like you don't have to answer to anyone. I don't need to let anyone know if I'm going out that night or doing this or doing that. Like, it's genuinely, you're doing every single thing you want to do. You want to go work out? You want to go travel? You want to go do this? You want to do that? Anything you want to do, it is solely up to you. You do not need reassurance. You do not need someone's opinions. You do not need to think about, because when I'm in a relationship, I always think, okay, like, how would this make them feel? How would, always put you into their shoes. But like, not having anyone, it's literally like,
So
I
free.
feel like expectations of society, obviously, like our main goal, we all want to find someone, a partner in life to be with, but everyone's like, okay, why is this hot girl not with anyone? And like, that's okay.
oh, that's every comment on my posts. They're like, why are you still single then? Like, clearly, yes, as the single
Like,
girl.
is something wrong with you? Is
You're
that, and like, there's
fucking
nothing, like,
24.
you're
I'm
actually
like-
like happy.
I genuinely, if I wanted to settle down, I could.
You could find a very good partner,
Yeah.
a very good one.
And
But is it Mr. Perfect for you? No, it's
No.
not. And I hate saying this because once you hit 30, the questions aren't, why are you single or why haven't you found your person yet? It's, what's wrong with you?
oh, really?
Once you hit 30, welcome. Danielle and Jess, you girls are coming.
I can't wait to turn 30.
When you hit 30,
Okay, yeah.
it's like all of a sudden, like, your aunts and uncles like, oh, what's, like, why? Why are you single?
Well, because
It's
that's
not like,
different
oh,
generations too.
Why haven't you found your person? It's like, oh, hey, are you looking in the right place? It's like, no, what's wrong with you? What are you doing to change yourself? It's like, excuse me. I happen to love myself, actually.
I'm doing just fine.
I'm fucking,
on my own.
I'm having the last few years of my life have been some of the best years of my life, and I've done so fucking much. But people are like, ooh, but you're single. You're almost 35. I was like, excuse me.
I'm very lucky in my family. Out of all my cousins, there's 12 of us. There's one specific family that are all in relationships, married, but the rest of us who are aged between, like, let's say like 20 to 35 are all single. And there's nothing wrong with us, but we
There's
have it
nothing wrong.
easy now.
Yes.
Like what my grandmother asked us, like, oh, we're the boys, bring the boys around. Like, we want some boys around, but like, we're so lucky.
And it's like no comparison.
No pressure.
Mhm.
Like, again, like the one family, that's fine. They're all happy, but the rest of
Yeah,
us,
it's like we're
we're
happy
good.
for you too. I wanted to ask you, if you get in a relationship, would your content change?
For sure.
Yeah, you think it would?
Well, it's all about my life and how I feel. So like if I'm in a relationship, I'm sure I'd like, if it's a years long relationship and we're in a good, loyal, it's working out for a few years, then I'd probably like put him in my stuff.
That's fair.
Would you be with someone who's not comfortable being in your stuff?
I've been with people before that don't even watch any of my stuff and don't like have the social media like platforms at all. And I loved it
Really?
because then nobody could send them things and, and like, cause they knew where my head was at and I knew where my head was at. So it wasn't.
Okay, but someone who podcasts, would you not want your partner to support you and watch?
Yes. I guess I've just never been in like the person that I'm going to end up with, I hope can watch everything, but it's also like they're not going to be watching me saying guys suck, this, that, like cheat on men or whatever. Like it's going to be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It's my life. So it's going on what's happening. So like it's going to be totally different. So they will support it because it'll be what's happening on the day to day.
That's fair, yeah. No, I get that. I think, and I didn't have this in the past, but someone I was dating recently, like watched some of my stuff and like made little comments with regards to like certain things on the podcast or certain things in my vlogs. And I thought that was one of the hottest things ever.
Really? I don't like it.
I think it's so hot when they're like, oh my God, I love that you went to that place. And I'm like, how'd you know that? Oh, I watched your vlog. I'm like, wow.
See, I want people
I
to
think
not
that's so
know me.
I think that's so. If I'm talking to someone on a consistent basis, if they're on my roster, I want them to know everything about me. I want them to be like, I watched your vlog and I love that you said that. I love that you went to this. And roles reversed, I would do the same thing. If I'm talking to someone, I would watch all their fucking shit. I want to be obsessed with my partner. I want my partner obsessed with me.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm fucking delusional, but
no, that's like obviously
it's my world I live in.
I agree, but I also think it's also just crazy to me that people like you're not the first person to say to me, "Oh, like would your content change?" Like no shit, my content's going to change. I don't hate men forever. And it's crazy that people think that. But it's like I'm only saying this because I've been cheated on. Recently I ended it with someone that's whatever. So obviously my content's going to change.
Okay, so respectfully, have you
Sorry,
ever
I just
cheated?
went back to that.
Have you ever cheated?
No, I like hooked up with someone when I was on a break with someone.
Okay.
And I consider that not
Have you
right, so
ever-
I told them.
Yeah, have you ever emotionally cheated?
There's a fine line because it's like what's emotionally cheating
A
to you
long
and what's
pause.
emotionally cheating to me.
You are correct. What's emotionally cheating to me and what's emotionally cheating to you are two separate things. To you, have you ever emotionally cheated?
Because I was like 18 years old and it was like
Oh, okay.
Snapchatting another person and nothing came out of it. Like obviously we didn't hook up or whatever. So that, but like entertaining, like I would never do that. Like I don't think guys and girls can be friends. Like texting, Snapchatting, this and that every single day, calling, FaceTiming. I understand you guys are friends, but like I just don't understand that.
That's fair.
So I think you can be friends, but like you can't be best friends.
Fair enough.
Because everyone in my life has either tried to hook up with me or whatever that were my friend.
That's fair.
So I just think that there's a fine line. Like you don't need to be talking to other girls while you're in a
Do you think
relationship
you
with
can
me.
hook up with someone and still be friends with them after and not be sexually attracted to each other?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay. So you do believe that you can have friends that you're not sexually attracted
Yeah,
to?
but I wouldn't text them or reach out to them
What if
while
they
I'm
were
in a
good fucking
relationship.
people? Like
I
really
have
good
people like that.
Then why aren't you friends with them?
I am friends with them, but
You're
like
not best friends?
not close
Okay,
with
fair
them.
enough. Yeah, teach their own.
Yeah. All my like close guy friends, I consider my cousins.
You just said you
And they're
don't
not
have any
really my
close friends.
cousins.
You just said you don't have any
They're like
close
family
guy
friends because I grew up with them since I was like in
But
diapers.
that's still a close guy friend.
I don't text them ever. If I see them out, I'm like, what's
Oh.
good?
You have no
we-
guy
our
friends that you
definition of
text?
like
Not a single guy friend that you text.
If I need something or I need an opinion, I'll reach out to people that I know.
on the roster.
They're not even on the roster. Like I reach out to like guys that I know that are like in that field or whatever for whatever it is that I need advice on, or if like I need a guy's perspective.
That's fair.
But I would never text consistently every day or like every other day anyone. No, I just don't. I don't know. I don't see
for
it at
me,
all.
it's so wild because I have so many like women friends. Like
I have so many male friends.
Yeah,
That's
that I'm
crazy.
very
And,
And like
close
I've
to.
always, even like through high school, everything. Like I've had like a group of guy friends
Never in my life.
through everything. That's just,
Never have I ever had like a close guy friend because they've all tried.
Yeah,
Drunk or out on a night or something.
I just feel like I get it.
Also, like, I've just had bad experiences
Mhm.
with guys and like even like friends is like people in relationships. I don't even like getting too close with them or like, you know, talking to them for too long because I feel bad for the friend.
Okay, so I have a friend that used to hook up with, like, I've known this guy since I was 4 years old, and we had like a little friend group. Two of them used to hook up back in like, I guess this was like 10, 12 years ago now.
Okay.
He is now in a relationship. Me and him are fine. Everything's great. He has pulled away from bringing the girl around because he doesn't want to make the girlfriend uncomfortable because two of them used to hook up. Do you think that's weird or not?
I mean, it's her boundaries, it's her insecurities. It sucks, but that's the way the
I
world
don't think the
works.
girl like really has the insecurities. I think he's scared of putting her in that situation.
Oh.
But it's like they were best friends and like no one talked about it. I'm like, what do you do like in that situation?
I think, and again, I say this respectfully, I think a lot of these things come with age.
For sure.
I think a lot of
I mean,
these.
even me a year ago, I thought differently about certain situations.
Yeah, and I completely get what you're saying, and you obviously speak from a place of privilege. Like, you're obviously good looking. I think the older you get, you'll meet men that come into your life that are maybe colleagues or work partners that you become very close with, and it's not a sexual thing. It's just, hey, they're fucking good people. Like, there are really good people of the opposite sex that don't want to hook up with you.
But I just don't text them every day or
Not
call
every
them.
day, but
Okay, but
when
like I
you
don't text anyone every day.
Yeah, fair.
Put me on that list then, because you fucking text me every day.
You're like, stop texting
yeah,
me.
but you literally, Danielle.
It's like podcast.
I don't talk to you. Yeah, it's like, excuse me, you fucking text me every day. Hello. It's like, fuck.
Hi, did you post the clip? No, because I'm pissed right now.
Yeah.
See, sometimes we work together too. So
Yeah, we do work together.
See, you work together too. That's also like my work partners and people that I work with, I'll message all the time, but it's about work. And like if I need their opinion on something, I'll ask for their opinion. But like I'm not being like, I had a bad day. You know, like they're not comforting me in that.
Sarah, this is random, but it's fair enough to wrap up this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are you doing? Where are you living? Like, give me, paint a picture of where
So
Sarah.
I'll be like 30 because I'm 25 in a
take,
month. I will be engaged to a great man.
What's he do?
He's 6'6". He's an entrepreneur. He has, a team behind him. He's making great money.
This is the most generic answer ever. But I love it. Continue.
I'm engaged. We have a spot in Toronto. We have a spot in New York. And we bought back and forth. I'm doing lifestyle content and a podcast still. And I have my own merch. I have my own drink. I have all this stuff for me. And I'm making my own money. And we're just like both not working together, but like so busy in our own lives, but like pushing each other up. And he's coming to like a live podcast or a live event. I'm going to his work events, like that kind of stuff. And we're going to get married, but I'm not pregnant.
Okay. Danielle.
Don't even ask me this right now. I better be fucking married, pregnant with a kid.
Where are you in 5 years from now?
I better
Paint the picture.
be fucking not working, retired with a lot of fucking money.
There you go.
Okay. She painted a full picture. Paint your picture. Who are you married to?
A man.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay,
Have we
narrowed out
clarified
half
that?
the population.
A man of European descent.
Ooh.
Danielle sexually racist.
Okay.
Like,
Continue.
Speak your truth.
5'10" and higher.
5'10" and higher. She went
thank
6'6".
God.
She went 6'6". You're
God.
going 5'10" and higher.
Yeah. Married.
Okay.
Could be pregnant. Could not be.
Okay.
5 years, I probably should be.
Okay.
Happy, retired.
Happy retired.
With a lot of money.
With a lot of money.
Thanks.
Both of you, what are each of you doing to achieve these manifestations?
Nothing right now.
Working
Focus on
every
me.
damn day. Like,
Look at the difference in answers. Nothing right now. Working every damn day.
working on me so that I can get there
Yeah,
so that when I
working
meet
on-
him,
I'm working on me.
staying hot so that he'll still, when he sees me, he'll go for me.
Fuck, man. To be a woman is great.
I love it.
Yeah, fuck. I have so many other things to say, but I don't even want to say them
Well,
online.
we've got like every age group here. 24, 29, 34.
Yeah.
We've got a good 10.
We're all 5 years apart.
Yeah.
2000, 95, 90.
That's crazy.
It actually is crazy. Wait,
Kinda
you're a
fun.
2000s baby?
Oh my God. We should
I
all-
lie all the time. So like everyone watching, I probably said like a 97. I probably said 98, 99, 2000.
You're a chameleon. Depends where what
Yeah.
room you're in.
Yeah. But I'll be honest on this.
Sarah, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. We're
Thanks
nearing
for
that part.
having me.
Last question, and you know what? We haven't asked this in a long time, but I feel it just.
Who wants to play you in a movie?
That wasn't what I was gonna ask, but yeah.
No, I
fuck
don't
it.
know
Oh.
movies.
No, if there was a movie about your life, who would you want to star as you? No, I wasn't. But it's a good one. I'm in for it.
Anyone. It could be
Does it have to be an
influencer.
actor?
No, influencer.
Alex Cooper.
Really?
Yeah, I knew that was.
Because I want to be her.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't want to be her and like talk about sex and everything, but she's like, she created a whole brand on exactly who she is.
Yeah.
And like, she just started being her and she created a brand around it. I don't want to be exactly the sex, whatever, but I want to be like, people know me for me.
Unapologetically yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So wait,
You
let
would
me
say
ask you this: would you trade your best friend for fame?
No. I'm going to be famous on my own. I don't need to you know,
Okay, fair enough.
to use someone for it.
Okay. The other question I actually want. So Alex Cooper's yours. Who would you think she was gonna say? Alex Cooper.
I actually something along those lines.
Okay.
What did you think?
I was gonna say Gal Gadot.
I don't even know who that is. I'm really bad with names.
It's fine. Never mind. If there was one piece of advice you give your younger self.
Stop trying to please everyone and just be yourself.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be perfect because no one's perfect.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. How's
that answer?
No. I was so curious. 'Cause I'm just like, I don't know what you would tell your younger self. Like, keep being you.
Yeah. What did you?
I
think?
thought you would have said something like, just keep doing you. That's what I was expecting.
Because when I was growing
I feel like
up,
you're very happy with the life you've created, and where you currently are is exactly where you should be. And I feel that you're very self-aware that you know that.
Yes, and I know that I have things to work on. I go to therapy once a week, every single week. But like, I genuinely know that I'm a good person to my core. I know that I mean well in everything that I do. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. Do I want to be skinnier, fitter, stronger, prettier, longer hair? Yes, everyone does want to be like these physical features, but I love who I am inside and who my character is.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's what you're going for?
No, I thought you would say, you know what, just like be who you are and keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're someone like you, while you're still young, you're very self-aware of who you are. And that's important because we can sometimes get lost, especially in our youth, of who we are, what we're doing, and we can want to achieve big things and we can get frustrated ourselves that we haven't got there yet. But hey, there's a time and a place for everything.
Frustrated.
Yeah, and there's a time and a place for everything. But I feel that you're self-aware enough to know that, hey, like you're doing all right, you're doing well, you're on track. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Keep pushing.
If people want to find out more about you, your podcast, everything you're doing, where can they go? How can they find you?
Sarah Lauren on any platform. It's either _71.
Yeah, what's with the 71, by the way?
So, long story short, we had a billet growing up. His number was 71. I was like 5 years old. He was like a brother, so my favorite number was 71. And then someone stole Sarah Lauren, so I had to do 71. And I just kept it because I can't ever get just
totally
Sarah
thought it was gonna be like some ex that you dated number was 71.
No,
I was like, that would be
71's
like the
too old. Like you can't be born in 1971. I was like, maybe that's your dad's birth year. That's what I would have guessed.
It was my billet's hockey number.
Okay, where are you from originally? Where's home?
London,
Ontario.
Probably why you thought I went to Western.
Probably why I thought you went to Western.
Yeah.
Okay, billing is a big thing in London, Ontario with the hockey.
Huge.
Boys.
Knights go.
Sarah, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. Danny, you good?
Yeah.
If you made it to this, we appreciate you. Thank you. Give Sarah a follow. Give Danielle a follow. Give myself a follow. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Cheers, pal.